So to crush it in 2020, you need to change your thoughts. It all starts with the inner game. A year from now, you're going to be a different person. But the way you look at it, the way you see it, the way you look at that problem is going to be the way you solve it. How we experience things in here that dictate how we see things out there. You're just going through the same old routine, the same old things, and you're expecting different results this year coming up, 2020, because this year is the year that you're going to make it happen. My name is Joe Noya and I'm here to help you live an inspired life. Welcome to my channel. You're here because you want to take actions that are going to make changes and make a difference to what you do. So let's start with crushing 2020. Let's recognize how we win in 2020. Let's go. So one of the main things that holds you back are your stories. I like to call them your narrative. It's the things that you tell yourself on a daily basis. These stories that you've built up over time, you've taken them from different people, maybe your parents, maybe teachers, things like that. So I know when I was at primary school, when a teacher would say, "Hey Joe, you're a dreamer," so to keep looking out the window. It's because I had an imagination, but that wasn't revered, that wasn't encouraged. And so as I've gone through my life, I had these narratives that say, "Hey, I'm being creative. Just get on with the work, get on with the work." But to have work that has meaning, I have to have creativity in that work. So don't listen to those narratives that are telling you that actually creativity doesn't work. You just got to get on with work harder. Yes, you still got to work hard, but you've got to use the strengths that work within you. And this is about changing your narrative. And one of the massive things that holds people back is that lack of confidence. You might wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, I'm just going to go through your day, do the same things," and you have that lack of confidence, belief in yourself. And this is where inspiration comes in. What are the things that are going to make you lift you up? What are the things that are going to make you feel inspired? What are the things that are going to change you this year coming up, 2020? Because this year is the year that you're going to make it happen. This year is going to change. You're going to do different things. You're going to try different actions, because that's how you get different results. I've said this throughout the year in all my videos, that people are just going through, you're just going through the same old routine, the same old things, and you're expecting different results. You're hoping, you're casting the net of hope when you're not doing something different. It's great to have hope when you're doing different things. You try different actions, see what that brings, what feedback does that give you. And sometimes you're going to have difficult things that come up in your year, and how you respond to those things are the really important things there. So when you have a difficult time, those stories that you tell yourself, the narrative, the things you're telling yourself every day are going to come to the fore, because they're going to be things that you're going to lead with. You're going to lead with those things, and when you lead with those things that aren't serving you, that aren't the ones that are going to give you the confidence, the ones that you're not good enough, you're not doing this, you're not going to do that. That used to be me. I used to have those things coming on. I had to get into my coaching, and coaching was the thing that released me. If you go back, back to my earlier videos, back to the podcast, episode 1, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't go there, go and have a look. Go and have a look at the podcast. The link's in the description below. Those thoughts, the thoughts become your reality. So to crush it in 2020, you need to change your thoughts. It all starts with the inner game. The inner game inside you. Because when you get this right, you can deal with anything on the outside. Because it's how we experience the world in here, how we experience things in here that dictate how we see things out there. If you believe that the world is against you, it will be against you. You have this thing in your brain called the reticular activating system. And what this does, it looks for the things that you're thinking about. It's looking for the proof to validate what you're thinking in your head. It's amazing. We're all living in this, when you think about it, you're viewing the world, and however you're viewing the world, it's going to come to you. So if I think the world is good, I'm going to look for the good. If things are bad, I'm going to look for the bad. So when we're in 2020, we want to be looking for the things that are going to serve you. Yeah, it's not all going to be good. Bad things are going to happen, difficult things are going to happen, but the way you look at it, the way you see it, the way you look at that problem is going to be the way you solve it. Because if you say, "Hey, I just can't do it," you're not going to win. You're just going to give up, and you're going to say, "Well, okay, I've got this big difficult problem. What are the best approaches to it? How can I make this work for me? What are the lessons I can draw from that?" And that's the way you look at the world. So whether you think the universe is, as Einstein said, if you think the universe is with you or against you, you're going to be right. So look at the universe as a place where you can look for the good, you can look for the positivity. It doesn't matter, even when you go on social media and all that type of thing, you can go look for the good or you can look for the bad, and you're going to get it, whatever you decide. So I'm going to implore you to look for the good, look for the positivity, because that's going to feed your brain. And this goes for content. We talked about this in the podcast description below. What content do you consume? Change your content, change your environment, change those things that are not going to serve you. So do you watch those soaps that are full of drama, things are going wrong all the time? Don't forget, you're feeding your brain that. Are you listening to songs that don't lift you up, that make you feel down, or you just want to feed the feeling down? You want to have songs that lift you up. Even this morning before recording this video, I put on this video called Mr. People by Level 42, and it makes me feel alive. It makes you feel, yeah, I love this, because it connects. And that's what you want to do. You want to have the environment that supports you. So let's talk about a few things we talked about then. So one, it's the narratives, the stories you're telling yourself, so you need to change them. Number two, it's the environment. Change the environment you're living in. And number three, to do with your environment, is be conscious about the people you mix with. What sort of people are you hanging around? Because you are going to adopt their mindsets. So if you want to change your mindsets, you want to be successful, you've got to be around successful people. You've got to tune into their successful mindset. I'm not saying discard all your friends and say, hey, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm not saying that. You just might need to spend less time if you want this level of success, or you want a level of, I would say, positivity. Hang out with people who are positive, because that's going to rub off on you. And if that's what you want, look at your friends. Look at those types of things. It's friends. It can be colleagues. It could be anybody. But start to build an environment with people in it that are going to lift you up. And I'm not talking about, hey, you're always great, yeah, all that stuff. I'm talking about they're going to give you important feedback. But they're going to have your best interests at heart, because they want you to win. I want you to win because of this video, and I want you to win in 2020. So those three things alone are going to propel you. They're going to propel you into something different. They're going to propel you into a different version of you. So a year from now, you're going to be a different person. I can tell you, over a year, so I do a daily video every day. So I do daily videos on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. And they're daily videos. I'm up to day 431 as of recording this video. And I can tell you, as proof, I've lived this. If you change the way you think, you'll start to experience life in a different way. It doesn't matter what's thrown at you. You can dig into those stories and narratives that you're telling yourself, because everything that you've done, going back to that, everything you're doing is because of the stories you tell yourself. All the things that you respond to, all of the things you believe about the world are true because you believe them. I'm not talking about unrealistic things about growing wings and flying to the moon or something crazy like that. But we're going to space. Elon Musk going to space. So use your imagination. It's got to be in that zone. It's got to be something that you can hold on to in the moment. And there's a great book called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. If you want to look for hope in the most difficult, most pressing situation, go read that book. Go read the book, and I'll tell you, the way he's thought through this process, you can take that and go, hey, if that person can do it in a concentration camp, you can do it in your life. And that's what we're doing in 2020. Change the narrative, change the environment, what you consume. And lastly, be careful with the people that you have around you in your environment. You want people who lift you up. So I hope this helped. Those three things. Do those three things, and a year from now you'll be a different person. I'm a different person from over a year ago with the daily videos that I do. And I hope this helped. I'm doing these longer form videos because I want you to win. So take the action, or you comment below, do it, hashtag it with InspirationNation, and I will respond to the comments. Go forward and be amazing. If you really enjoyed this video, then click on the link next to me here, and this video is about how to ignore the judgment. It's one of our podcast episodes. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. And next to me here is the subscribe button. So please subscribe, it means a lot to me. And don't forget to hit the bell, because it will tell you when I release my next video. So have an amazing 2020. So Inspiration Nation, and I'll catch you guys later. So you have this thing in your brain called the